It truly amazes me how everything around the world is getting expensive, but e-bikes are getting cheaper. We are talking about the Eskute D200. This is the second Eskute e-bike that I reviewed here on the channel. The first one was a total success, no issues. As a matter of fact, I sold that e-bike to a person that I see pretty much every day, and they still use it. They have about 1,200 miles on the odometer on that particular bike, and the only thing they had to change were the brake pads, and that's been it. So this company definitely has proven to be a reputable, good quality company. And I don't know how they did it, guys, but they were able to bring this to the market, to the US market. And I'm talking about Amazon. You can get this via the Prime service, super quick to your house for only $549. This one has a foldable design, and it comes with 20-inch by 3-inch tires. It has mechanical disc brakes on the front and the rear. You get lights on the front and the rear. It has a NFC unlocking system. And check this out, it comes with a maximum speed of 28 miles an hour. Maybe we can unlock this and make it go 32. I've seen that happening before, especially when they claim that the speed can go up to 28. Sometimes we can go a little bit further than that, guys. So the battery on this one is a 48 volts, 10.4 amp hours, able to give us up to 55 miles in range. It can hold 330 pounds and it weighs less than 70 pounds, so that's quite interesting. And yeah, this is great for those of you who like to move around. You can fold it and you can fit it in a sedan, you can fit it on a small size SUV, mid-size SUV, and of course it goes on. You know, if you have a pickup truck, you can easily fit this on the back seat. That's the beauty of having a foldable e-bike. Also, it comes in different colors. These also comes in different colors, and this is the most that I've seen on an e-bike design or model. It comes in blue, black, gray, purple, and white. I believe the color that we have here is the white color. So we had to confirm that as we go through the unboxing. Eskute decided to reach out to me and offer me this product at no cost, but what you guys will hear is exactly how things are. I have refused other e-bikes that have gone to the trash, literally, just because the quality was not what we expected to be, and for that reason you guys never saw those videos. So if you're seeing this, it's because this is 100% worth it, guys. So as for the items inside of the box, everything came very nicely organized, as you already saw. And to assemble this thing is quite easy. All you have to do is just install the handlebar, align the steering bar, install the seat, the pedals, the fenders, and maybe the front light along with the fender, and that's pretty much it. Don't forget to inflate your tires. Typically on fat tires we have a maximum inflation between 20 and 25 psi, and that's all you have to do. Make sure that your brakes are nice and grippy, especially if they are mechanical. You have to adjust them sometimes, and that's it, guys. This one has, like I said, NFC unlocking, which is super nice. And yeah, now let's see if we can actually unlock this and talk about all the features on the handlebar. And I'm quite excited. And now that we got a nice idea on how this works, well, the cool part is that we can flick the seat forward, and then that'll give us access to the battery. To lock it, you flick it to the right. To unlock it, you flick it to the left, and then just lift it and it comes right out. So here are all the specifications. Once again, they are claiming that it has a 10.4 amp hour battery, in which according to Eskute is supposed to give us up to 55 miles in range, but that's only if you're doing the pedal assist. So you have to pedal continuously to get that kind of range. In my personal experience with my weight, I have gotten up to 28 miles doing the pedal assist number 5, which is the fastest. So just keep that in mind. And to reassemble the battery, just do everything in reverse, flick it to the right, remove the key, and you are all set. With this model, we cannot replace the handlebar. It is welded to the steering column, and for that reason we simply can't replace it, but that's okay because it still is quite comfortable. I did fine-tune all the brake levers and the displays, and everything is perfect now. So to turn it on, all you have to do is press and hold the M button, and then that'll take you to the main screen. From here you have pedal assist from 1 through 5, 5 being the fastest. It goes up to 28 miles an hour. Your little battery indicator, and towards the bottom you can set it up to trip, odometer, the voltage, and then the time that you have it on, and then it goes back into trip. So in this case, we're going to leave it on odometer. We have our light switch, which is nice right there. I think it is on or off, and then that's on. You have a little electronic horn, which is super nice at this price point. We got our throttle, the 2 brake levers, and then the 7-speed Shimano system. Now, something that you must know is that when you're about to take off, you have to press the brakes briefly, let them go, and then give it throttle. Otherwise, the throttle is not going to work. So that's pretty much everything we get here. As for the handlebars, now when it comes to unlocking the speed, this is already unlocked and you can't really unlock it. It comes already just the way it is from factory. Again, taking you up to 28 miles an hour. And like I said at the beginning of the video, for this price point, if we can really do close to 28 miles an hour, this is definitely a bargain. It's kind of rare to find it, guys. Here we are now at the Okehili Park, and this bike is all set and ready to go. I did customize the battery bracket, and I'm going to explain why in just a second. So I have to move the battery a little bit towards the left side, which was a quality control issue for sure. And I'm going to knock it out of the way. The fender here wasn't the best looking fender. If you guys can see, it was cut out in a very, I would say, unfinished way. And those are the 2 things that I didn't like right out of the bat, and I want to let you know so that way you are aware. So as we know, guys, this is a foldable e-bike. It folds here from the middle side. The pedals fold, the seat can be removed and also folds as well, and the steering bar folds, and we know that already. So it comes with a front basket. So at a glance, it seems like it's a perfect e-bike at this price point. But again, it does have some quality control issues, and I had to mention them. So as always, guys, this is pedal assist number 1. It takes us to about 7 miles approximately. We have up to 5. Pedal assist 2 makes a big jump, taking us to 15.8 miles per hour. Pedal assist 3 takes us to, let's see, this one takes us up to almost 20 miles an hour. We already tested 3 assist modes. Let's test the number 4. Also, guys, keep in mind that I am testing a new microphone by DJI. These are the Mic 3s. And in case you're interested, the link has been left down below. Now, with pedal assist 4, we can do up to 23 miles an hour. And this is finally pedal assist number 5. And we're doing almost, oh, there we go. We jump into 26 miles an hour. Okay, so at least we know something very clear about this e-bike, guys, is that for the money, we gotta admit it goes darn fast. We just did 27. I think you can see it right there. And yes, the speedometer is calibrated, so that's the good news about this e-bike, guys. All right, so now we know that the speed-wise is a little better than anticipated. Of course, we're gonna do the braking power test very shortly, but with this one, we get mechanical brakes. It's very typical at this price point. Just keep that in mind, guys. Now, something I want to mention about the speed test, if you guys notice, after about 23 miles an hour, it does shake a little, and that's because the tires are a little bit cheap and they are unbalanced out of the box, unfortunately. So yeah, if you want a balanced bike, you gotta either buy new tires or try to seat this on the frame a little bit better. Maybe that might help. You're gonna have to use, first you have to deflate the tires, then use soap around the rim and inflate them, and then just check and see if they are properly seated. That could be a problem also, guys. All right. Okay. Now, I gotta say, guys, those are not the best brakes that I've tested. That took a good 25 feet approximately or more to come to a complete stop. I started where that sign is and I stopped right here. So yes, these are not the best gripping brakes, but it could be the pads. And like I said, you can always replace the pads. They're very, very cheap. They're about $8 on Amazon, and maybe you can get some better ones. And yes, these are quite low quality. Now, since we're here, let's go ahead and talk about the lights. It has lights on the front, which are quite bright. That's a positive. And we get lights on the rear as well. For some states, including here in Florida, even if you're riding a non-electric bike and you're riding it at nighttime, you have to have reflectors and also lights as well. Just keep that in mind, guys. Okay, as I told you guys before, the battery does come out, but if you look at it from this angle, you're gonna see that it's kind of tilted. The issue I was having where I had to move it is because the chain on gear number 1 was rubbing against the battery, which was obviously a quality control issue from the factory. Also, guys, the welds on these, they're not the greatest. You can see how they kind of, you know, didn't sand that off, and there's those little pecks all over the paint here. We have some back here. I mean, it is just not a, let's just call it a refined product. However, guys, for the price, I don't think, you know, we should be complaining about those little things, but I just had to mention them, guys, you know, for the sake of just being honest and giving you guys the best review possible. Okay, the handlebar, what I don't like is the fact that this was not really designed to be welded here. As you can see, it was mainly designed to have the standard stem, and instead of putting a stem, they just welded it, well, just because I guess it was a little cheaper to make. Now, this e-bike has something quite weird. As you can see, I can't go. For some reason, you had to press on the brakes, release them, and then that's when you can go. It took me a good while to notice that because it wasn't on the manuals, and so yeah, it took me a good while. Also, this e-bike has the option to turn it on with the little NFC card. You don't have to press on the M button. Now, I didn't see any indication where I couldn't start it without the NFC card, so that's not really a secure point, I would say. That's not really a anti-theft device. It is just to make it a little bit faster. You know, you tap on the screen with that NFC card and you are good to go. All right, guys, so now we're gonna do here our little off-road test, and this is hard terrain, and well, it's just a standard e-bike. You know, it has a standard front forks, suspension forks, and that's about it. The rear feels very rigid just because of the fact that we do not have a rear suspension, as we already know. But it's not horrible either, guys. It's not horrible. I mean, as you can see, it is doing off-roading quite great. And that's because we have semi-off-road tires. I mean, these are not really wide as I would like to see them, in that sense that these are 3 inches and not the 4 inches. And also these are 20 inch by 3. And I think that 26 inch by 4, those are a little bit better. They feel a little bit smoother off-roading, but hey, they do the job just fine, guys. A little extra they added to this e-bike that I love, and I like this on any e-bike, is the fact that we don't have those little cheap bells. This is actually a horn, and it is quite loud as well. So that's definitely a plus. Now this e-bike, guys, does have some torque to it for a 500 watt motor. So what I'm going to do here is go ahead and stop right about here, and then we're going to do the hill climb test. And surprising enough, it's actually increasing speed up to 10.5 miles. And yeah, it did it with ease, guys. But we are on pavement, and now we're doing it on gravel. But this is a little spot that I like to test e-bikes and see if they are really capable of doing a little bit of hill climbing off-road. Okay, that's important as well. Let's go ahead and make a U-turn. And to make it fair, we're gonna take a little bit of momentum here. And right around halfway, guys, it is actually dying, so I'm gonna have to help it by pedaling. So unlike other e-bikes that I've seen, even though they had a little bit more wattage on the motor, well, this one failed to climb off-road. But that is to be expected, guys. I mean, I think you're just pushing it to the limits. The Shimano system works as expected, and this is a typical component that comes with a lot of e-bikes, even more expensive e-bikes. Hey, I don't have any complaints about it. It is working just fine. As per the battery, look, it is just a 7.8 amp hours, guys. Don't expect magic things to happen. At the most, you're gonna get maybe 18 miles in total range, and that's with a full-grown adult. Now, if you are a lightweight adult, meaning 150 pounds or less, you might get a little bit more range. But a heavy-set adult like myself at 220 pounds, I would be surprised if I get more than 18 miles. And it is to be expected, guys. So here we're doing another steady 26 miles an hour, 27. And it feels good. It feels like you're going really fast on this e-bike. To fold this e-bike is quite easy. First thing you must do is just lower the steering bar. Then you undo the stem little latch here, move it to the side, and then that'll make it fold like so. And now you undo the other latch, which is right over here. You had to lift it, and don't forget to fold the pedals. The final product looks like this when it is completely folded. So guys, the real question comes to, do I recommend this e-bike? Well, if you are on a budget and you're looking for something to move around that has decent values and decent specs and decent speed, I would say the best of all is going to be the speed, then yes. But just be prepared that you might find, like I did, some little quality control issues, and if you're okay with adjusting them, then yes. But if you are looking for a ready to go out of the box e-bike, then I wouldn't recommend it. You're gonna have to tweak it, you're gonna have to adjust it, and that's the nature of it at this price point, unfortunately, guys. But besides that, it seems like it's gonna be a decent e-bike to use, and I do like, you know, a lot of things about it, including the fact that it has a front basket. Even though sometimes when the front suspension bottoms out, the light is going to touch here with the basket, so you have two options: either remove the basket or readjust the light, maybe place it on a different location, maybe up here where the basket is. That could help. But yes, the light does touch the basket sometimes. But the rear rack, this thing is super rugged, even though it doesn't have clean welds, but it is super rugged and it is part of the frame, making it even stronger. I don't think this is going to move anywhere, guys. So with that being said, I think that we have successfully here finished with the unboxing, review, and the testing of the Eskute D200. If you guys have any questions, you know exactly what to do. Just leave your comments below, and I will do my best to answer them as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and click on the bell icon. Of course, I'll see you on my next one.